Welcome to episode 3 of America's Boating Channel Live. I'm Marty Lafferty. We take time this week to salute each of the wonderful boaters who make this all-volunteer show possible. Coming up, Cheryl Lowry and Brian Pinkston prep us for essential outings. Andy Sumberg will explore all about marine radio. John O'Reilly will present a powerful true story film. Bob and Mary Rayburn and Bob and Janet Runner will whisk us away. And Holly Tompkins will expose a rare music video. Gail Culp will help us stay fit while staying home. Megan Humphrey will mix vases with lobster buoys. Jim Ziegler will take us to vicarious adventures. Mary Catherine Barabee will help us realize enormous savings. Chuck Wells will highlight 3 fabulous books, and Gary Chaney will spin another catfish tale. But first, here's Louis Ojeda to share some excellent advice while getting trimmed.
Hello, fellow boaters. My name is Louis, and as I've said before, I've been a boater all my life. I'm also a certified vessel examiner with the United States Power Squadrons, America's Boating Club. And I'm going to take a moment and give you some hints on how to prepare for a free vessel safety check prior to going out on the water when this is over. But first, I want to share a couple of things with you. I want you to see my studio and filming equipment. My laptop is set up as a teleprompter. I also ordered a professional cell phone holder, but with the virus, delivery is delayed for weeks, so I made one. Next, here is my barber shop, manned by my darling wife, who is armed with a pair of sharp scissors. This is the before picture. Now, here's a screenshot of the results. Luckily, I didn't require stitches or a blood transfusion. Now, seriously. Vessel safety checks are performed by specially trained members of the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary and United States Power Squadrons, America's Boating Club. They are free and are designed to help boaters get another trained pair of eyes to check their vessel for federal and state requirements to ensure compliance with the law. The ongoing pandemic will seriously curtail a personal visit from many vessel examiners due to the stay-at-home orders in many states. However, this does not mean that you shouldn't or can't prepare at home for an inspection. In fact, it is recommended and will help ensure a safe and enjoyable day on the water when we can finally go out. Naturally, a personal visit and inspection by a certified examiner is preferred, and here is a link to go to that will guide you through a virtual vessel safety check. Here are 2 links that will get you started on a VSC. History tells us that the greatest failure rate on vessel safety checks are on the following items: no boat registration, a discharged fire extinguisher, malfunctioning navigation lights, lack of age-appropriate life jackets when children are aboard, improper letters, numbers, or spacing of the state registration number on the boat. Please take this time to give your vessel a pre-check prior to requesting a vessel safety check. And remember, America's Boating Club is for boaters by boaters.
Thanks, Louis, for the great suggestion, and thanks, Dot, for making him look good while suggesting it. Cheryl Lowry and Brian Pinkston have some practical guidance for getting ready to go out.
Hi, I'm Dr. Cheryl Lowry.
And I'm Dr. Brian Pinkston.
Like you, we'd rather be out on the water. Hopefully you're able to use this time to do some projects around the house or projects on your boat. But eventually, you're going to need to go out.
So today we're going to talk about protecting yourself when you go out, whether you live aboard or you're at your house.
Hand washing is your best defense to stay healthy. All you really need is soap and water. Wash your hands often, especially after touching anything that isn't from your house or your boat. Wash your hands after your trip to the grocery store. Also clean your hands after you blow your nose, cough, sneeze, or use the restroom. Wash before eating and preparing food, after touching pets, and after taking care of a sick person. Scrub your hands for 20 seconds. Remember to get your palms, your fingertips, and under your nails and your jewelry. Rinse with water. If your hands are not visibly dirty, you can substitute a hand sanitizer of at least 60% alcohol and allow your hands to air dry instead.
Hey Cheryl, do we have any more antibacterial wipes? Because I couldn't find it at the store and we're out as far as I know.
No, I guess we're out. But that's okay, we can make our own pretty easily. All we need is either some dilute bleach solution or some alcohol solution. Either way, we're using a sprayable bottle here, and you can use anything to clean a surface. These reusable wipes, you can use napkins, old socks, a clean floor cleaning pad. You can even use used dryer sheets. All you need to do is spray the surface down and wipe it up. You can also pre-make these if you're on the go or trying to take them to the store. What you can do is soak them with your bleach solution or your alcohol solution and put them in a nice resealable container that you can take with you. Cleaning solutions might be difficult to find these days. You can make your own using regular household bleach. For large quantities, you can use 1/3 of a cup of bleach per gallon of water. But today we're going to make a spray bottle full of bleach solution, and this is a 1-quart spray bottle. So for 1 quart or a small size, you need 4 teaspoons of bleach per quart of water. Now with bleach, you have to be very careful. Do it over your sink or outside. Any bleach that gets on your clothes, of course, is going to bleach your clothes or anything it comes in contact with. So be careful using the bleach solution. Using this nice spray pump bottle is convenient because you can take it with you when you travel. You can take it to the store. Just dilute that bleach with water and you're all set. Any hand sanitizer brand that you buy should be composed of at least 60% alcohol like this one. But if you can't find hand sanitizer at your store, it's easy to make your own. I've just used an empty medicine bottle and filled it with alcohol. The alcohol you want to use should be at least 60% alcohol like this one. This is a good one to use because it's 91%. That's good alcohol. So pour it into a bottle that only dispenses a little bit at a time. You can buy a travel bottle or something like that at the drugstore. Pour out a little bit, wipe it on your hands and allow them to dry. Now after you've been washing your hands a lot, you might notice that they get dry and cracked. So make sure you take care of your hands by using a little bit of your favorite lotion several times a day.
Oh no, Cheryl, I forgot the toilet paper. I need to go back out.
I knew you'd forget. Do you have another mask?
I don't.
Okay, well I've been preparing for just that emergency. There's a couple things you can use instead of buying an N95 mask or a surgical mask. You can leave those for the medical professionals, but you can use an old bandana, like so. I'll let you use one of my old scarves. You can tie that around your face and mouth.
Yeah, that's not really my style.
All right, well, you can also use an old t-shirt.
But that's one of my favorite t-shirts.
Well, good. We're going to put it to good use today.
Oh, no.
So have a seat. I'll show you how to make one out of a t-shirt.
Okay.
All you need to make one out of a t-shirt is, of course, an old t-shirt that you're willing to cut, a couple rubber bands, and some scissors. So cut the t-shirt so that you're left with the bottom half of it. The size is kind of up to you, and you're going to fold the bottom part up to the middle.
I think I saw this on the CDC website with the Surgeon General doing this.
You did. You can go to cdc.gov and see this made.
Okay.
So fold the top down to the middle.
Okay.
Now fold the bottom up to the middle again.
Okay.
And fold the top down to the middle.
Okay.
All right, now put a rubber band around each end.
Okay.
A couple inches in. And now you'll fold it at the rubber band and use the rubber band to slide it over your nose and mouth. Put the rubber bands behind your ears. And you have a beautiful mask.
I like this much better.
All right, I think you're all ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
All right. Hopefully we've given you some ideas that will help you stay safe and healthy if you have to leave the boat or the house during these difficult times.
Remember, when you go out, wipe down your credit cards, key cards, cell phones, doors, and other places in the marina that people frequent.
Stay safe out there. And we'll see you on the water.
Thanks, Cheryl and Brian. We look forward to next week's trip to the grocery store. Andy Sumberg wants us to learn how to communicate on the water.
Hi, this is Andy Sumberg, and like you, I'm a boater. Today, I'd like to introduce you to another of our interactive online seminars, all about marine radio. Are you comfortable making calls on your VHF marine radio? Do you understand the different channel allocations? How about recommended calling procedures? Do you have a Maritime Mobile Service Identity, or MMSI? Have you ever made a routine DSC call? And what is that button underneath the red door on your radio anyway? All About Marine Radio discusses these and other VHF marine radio topics. Let's begin with a short video about why VHF marine radio is important to you.
You're out boating in an unfamiliar area and your engine has died. Not only that, but your cell phone battery is dead too. How can you call for help? While cell phones may be your go-to communication device at home and on the go, there's really no comparing a cell phone with VHF radios on the water. Not only is the range better, but you can actually reach out to everyone in your area with one call, a must in an emergency. Learn all about how VHF radios work and how to best use them with the United States Power Squadron's and Boat US Foundation's newest course, All About Marine Radio. Whether you've been boating your whole life or just getting your feet wet, this course will teach you everything you need to know about using a VHF radio, including the ins and outs of digital selective calling technology, which channels to use for which type of calls, and proper hailing and communication language. Get started today.
Do you want to learn more about this or our other interactive online seminars? Go to americasboatingclub.org/learn/online-boating education. Yeah, the URL didn't get any shorter since last week. I'll keep it at the bottom of the screen for a while. Once you land on the page, select the tile for All About Marine Radio or any of the other orange tiles. This will take you to a page where you can view the short video clip you just saw, take a short preview of the course, or navigate the course sign up and login page. Also, as you can see, the price is listed here. Let me show you the preview, which are actual screens from the seminar.
Hello, welcome to All About Marine Radio. When do you think marine VHF radios come in handy? Click each button to read and consider a few boating scenarios.
I'm going to stop the preview here and just highlight a few specifics. As with last week, I need to respect the time budget I've been given. Let me quickly show you some of the features of this preview. This slide gives examples of 5 different boating scenarios and sample calls that might go with each. Your engine dies and you call for assistance. Communicating your intentions to a boat you wish to pass. Listening to marine weather. Warn other boats of an approaching storm, and contacting a marina looking for a slip. Here's a discussion of channel allocation. An example of a routine call initiated by clicking on the Press to Talk button, and a discussion of digital selective emergency calls. Of course, the full seminar covers much more. If you want to play the preview yourself, go back to our webpage and click on the All About Marine Radio tile. And remember the links at the bottom of the page where you can sign up and take the seminar. I hope you'll take a look at our interactive online seminar, All About Marine Radio, or one of our other titles. This is Andy Sumberg saying, thanks for viewing.
What boater education topic should Andy cover next? Email live@americasboatingchannel.com. Now, here's John O'Reilly with a powerful film based on an incredible true story.
Hello again, and welcome to another boating movie recommendation. I hope you liked last week's feature, Captain Ron. It's one of my personal favorites. This week's movie is a movie called Adrift. It's from 2018, and it's a real-life story of a couple that gets hired to move a boat from Tahiti to California, and as the movie's title suggests, not everything goes according to plan. Here's the trailer.
So why Tahiti? What brought you here?
I want to chase adventures.
Hello, who's this guy?
She hides away like a ghost.
What's it like sailing out there all alone?
You're either sleep deprived or seasick, and after a few days, there's hallucinations.
Why do you do it?
It's a feeling I can't describe. It's just you and the infinite horizon.
Oh, if you play, I'll bleed the same.
How would you like to sail the Hosanna to California for us?
What do you think?
I think 4,000 miles is insane.
I'm not going anywhere without you. Come sail with me.
Bon voyage, lovers!
Hurricane Raymond has taken an unexpected turn and has been upgraded to a Category 5.
We need to make sure everything's secure.
Don't worry.
I love you. Get below! Oh my God!
Richard? Richard! It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna take care of you.
We're thousands of miles from land. We're not on any flight paths. That's like a 1,500 square mile search area.
A needle in a blue haystack.
Is anybody there?
My ribs are broken. My legs shattered. I'm dead weight.
If we sail to Hawaii,
It's like a 2,000-mile shot at a moving target. If you miss Hawaii,
if we miss Hawaii, we die. I can't do this.
you can do anything you put your mind to. I sailed halfway around the world to find you.
I'm not letting you go.
This action-adventure love story is available on all major streaming platforms, including Amazon Prime, Google Play, YouTube, and Hulu. If you have any questions or comments about the video, please email us at live@americasboatingchannel.com. Thank you, and stay safe.
Definitely a movie not to be missed. Next, the Rayburns and Runners boat together to socially distant destinations.
Will a boat trip be possible for summer 2020? For a trip this summer, we can plan on social distancing by picking locations with single pier docks, smaller towns with parks and other open spaces. Planning for the coming summer brings memories about past cruises. I am thinking, what makes a great cruise? Good company makes a trip special and memorable. In almost every port, we have good advice on restaurants and meet boat people to add to the enjoyment. The destination is the draw, and the experience creates wonderful memories.
My memories of the Lake Superior trip are special. The pictured rocks can only be seen from the water. That makes it a fabulous location for boaters. The on-the-water view creates a different feeling and experience, whether you are tying up at a dock in a small town on the Erie Canal or looking at shoreline scenery. The experience is unique and foreign to those who have not traveled by boat.
I'm really hoping we can take a cruise this summer. Boating and being on the water, whenever possible, is enjoyable. It is relaxing and comfortable sharing time with other boaters, even in our local waters. However, there is a special pleasure in going to new places and meeting new people. Discovering how people do things differently or have local activities that become new experiences for us is part of the adventure and novelty of traveling on the water.
The challenges of cruise planning and chart plotting, as well as learning about new locations, are all part of the adventure. Boating skills developed over time, such as situational awareness, weather observations, checking forecasts, and checking charted features, become more important
when moving through unfamiliar waters. Kenneth Grahame, who wrote Wind in the Willows, said it so well. There is nothing half so much worth doing as simply messing about in boats.
Thanks, guys. Those cliffs were magnificent. Holly Tompkins discovers unusual selections of music. What did she find now?
Hi all, I'm Holly and your host of this week's third entry in the weekly Song Discovery series. At this point, I have forgotten how to read charts, how to tie a bowline, or adjust a backstay. But fear not. While boating is on pause, many restaurant folks are not and are busy keeping our dining options open, even if only via curbside and delivery. So a shout out to my local favorite pub, Davis's. Thank you. Our song this week happens to be another 1970s original and originally performed by Maria Muldaur on her debut self-titled album. Midnight at the Oasis hit number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1973 and was ranked number 13 in 1974 overall. This classic was redone by the Brand New Heavies 20 years later in 1994 and is on their album Brother Sister. While it wasn't released in the US, it's easy to find now online. And a quick search of Spotify, which happens to be my go-to music streaming service, gives us a bunch of other various ways and versions and artists. However, I think the one I have chosen for you is the fun kind of upbeat, jazzy style that you're gonna dig. Our video is a classic too. From the heydays of MTV, and while the video's quality isn't perfect, the singing, the sound, and the scene are. So please enjoy Midnight at the Oasis, and until next week, and as long as we have to, stay safe, stay sane, and stay home.
Bye. Midnight at the Oasis.
Romance in our head.
was terrific, Holly. Thank you. Gail Culp is here to help us keep in shape while sheltering in place.
Hello, this is Gail from the CETO Foundation, and I'm here to show you how to do a workout at home with your life jacket to help get you in shape and ready for boating season. We are proud to work with Onyx as our life jacket manufacturer, so I'll have one of our life jackets here from our Life Jacket Loaner program. But you can work with any type of life jacket that you have. In fact, you can work with just about anything. So to start this workout, I'm going to put this down so I can show you some basic stretches. You're going to want to stretch for about 1 to 2 minutes. I'm not going to show you every move for this workout. I'm going to just show you how to do the moves and then tell you how much time to do them because it's going to be a circuit. So end your warm-up with about a 1-minute jog. Again, your whole warm-up's about 1 to 2 minutes. You don't need any special equipment. I'm in my living room, so you can do whatever you want. So to do this circuit, there's going to be 6 moves. Each move is going to be 1 minute long, and you're going to do all of them together, then take a 1-minute break, and then you're going to do 4 sets. So that's 28 minutes, again with your warm up and cool down. That's a 30-minute workout. So 2 of the first moves are your strength moves, then you're going to have 2 cardio moves, and then you're going to have 2 ab moves. So for your strength moves, you're going to start with your life jacket, you're going to put it down in front of you, and you're going to go down into a squat. You're going to, while you're in the squat, put the life jacket on, stand up, squat down again, take the life jacket off, put it back in front of you, stand up. You're going to do this again, all for 1 minute. So again, squats with the life jackets. Again, you don't need any special equipment. I'm wearing jeans and tennis shoes, so whatever works. Your second strength move is to take your life jacket, get into a lunge. You're going to lunge as if you're going off the dock and pass it to the boat off the side of the dock. You're going to lunge to the left and pass it off. Again, lunge, lunge. Again, do that move for 1 minute. No rest in between. Now you're going into your cardio set. So put your life jacket back on. You can just clip it once because again, no rest in between. You're going to do 1 minute of jumping jacks. If you need a default, you can just tap your toes. After your jumping jacks, you're going to do high knees. Get those knees up nice and high, get that heart rate up. Again, if you need a default, you can just march in place, high knees. After you're done with all that, it's down on the mat for your abs. You don't need to have a mat. You can do this on your carpet if you have carpet. I do not. I have hardwood, so I have a mat. You're going to do twists with your life jacket, passing it off to one side and the other, again for 1 minute. Then you're going to put the life jacket back on, clip it in front of you, and you're going to get down into a plank position. And you're going to do dynamic planks. Keep those hips as steady as you can. And again, do that for 1 minute. Again, 6 moves, 1 minute each, 1 minute of rest at the end. Do the set 4 times. You've got your full 30-minute workout. And you'll be set for Safe Boating Week and boating season from the CETO Foundation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gail. Very nicely done. Sari and I prove that anyone can construct a craft by following Megan Humphrey's direction.
Thanks, Marty. Those rays look great. A+ on your homework for this week. I can't wait to see what you and your wife Sari come up with for this week's project. What are we going to be doing? Well, we're going to take plain vases from the basement and transform them into beautiful coastal or nautical decorations for the house. So our first step is to find the vase. So we're going to scour the basement and the attic and look for the vases. So ladies, hopefully you've got a ton of these vases in your basement, meaning your significant other has given you plenty of flowers over the years. Guys, if she doesn't have one of these vases in the basement, this is a hint to you. Maybe it's time to go out and buy her some flowers. Next, we're going to need to pick our paint. And if you go into the Michaels stores, there are plenty of options. Colors, finishes, sea glass paint, stained glass paint, chalkboard paint, whatever. I'm not going to go through all the paints here today because paints really are a matter of preference. But what I can do is show you a few different varieties so that you can get an idea for what you like. So when you go out to do your project, you informed on where you might be headed. Special shout out to the D5 members who created all these different projects during a recent craft session. So here's some paint examples. We've got two finished with pearl finish, one with satin, and one that's a translucent sea glass paint. Add some jute and a couple of shells, and wow, it's not just a dollar store vase anymore. Here's one with a fishnet made out of butcher twine. Here's that pearl paint finished up with some jute and some seashells. It really doesn't take much. This pearl paint has a top coat of Mod Podge with glitter to give it a little sparkle. This sea glass has a twine fishnet. Here's a light coated sea glass with glitter Mod Podge. Look at this Turk's head. Isn't that beautiful? More sea glass paint and butcher twine fishnet. Here's a jute fishnet on pearl paint. But then again, who needs paint at all? Maybe you have a colored vase and all it needs is a little bit of jute and some seashells to make it elegant. You can also paint several in different colors and create a collection. Or use different shapes and sizes to create decor for, say, maybe your guest bedroom that matches the colors. So I hope you've learned a little bit about the different varieties of paint that are out there. Have fun and be creative this week. And speaking of different paints, how about these painted lobster buoys? This is our puzzle of the week and it's available from whitemountainpuzzles.com. Have fun out there. See you next week.
Those vases are beautiful, Megan, and the puzzle looks like fun. Jim Ziegler's viewing recommendation takes us on a different course.
This is Jim with America's Boating Channel, talking about boating-related TV shows. We're going to talk about Below Deck, which is a reality show that chronicles the lives of crew members who work and reside aboard a mega yacht during charter season. It shows the crew as they deal with their personal issues in order to make their professional careers work. Each season features a different group of guests. The upstairs and downstairs worlds collide when the young and single crew of yachties live, love, and work together aboard an opulent mega yacht while tending to the ever-changing needs of their wealthy and demanding charter guests, who have little idea what goes on below decks. The class system is alive and well at sea, as it demonstrated in these behind-the-scenes look at those who work on luxury yachts used by the fabulously rich. Here's a preview.
Every Monday, dive into the lives of these mega yacht crew members.
Below Deck, we serve millionaires. Below Deck, I sleep in a coffin.
When serving the wealthy and demanding, I want it ice cold. Never say no.
Somebody remove this part of the ship for me.
High drama on the high seas.
We have a fire in the crew galley.
I found a white substance. Everyone on board is in jeopardy.
Below Deck can involve some adult themes and may not be the best choice for family viewing. Below Deck is available on YouTube, Hulu, NBC.com, Sling, Fubo TV, and Bravo.com. Enjoy and stay safe out there.
I feel like we're all in reality shows with so many virtual meetings now. Mary Catherine Barabee has a remarkable benefit for joining United States Power Squadron's America's Boating Club.
Greetings from Raleigh, North Carolina. I hope you're staying healthy and safe. While many of us are working from home or have altered hours at our workplace, we still need office supplies or even office furniture to make our home offices more functional. United States Power Squadrons America's Boating Club members receive an impressive 80% off over 93,000 products at Office Depot Office Max, whose stores remain open, providing essential supplies and offering curbside pickup at most locations. This is only one of our attractive member benefits. It's a great time to join or rejoin United States Power Squadron's America's Boating Club. We'd love for you to join our boating community. Thank you.
You take care of business, but who's taking care of you? That's where Office Depot comes in.
If you want furniture, copy and print, managed print, janitorial, you want some coffee, I can do it from soup to nuts.
If you're just about supplies, you're just about a commodity, and therefore you're just about a price. We're a lot more than that. The message we deliver is total cost of ownership. We're going out there and selling the whole solutions of products and services.
One of the main reasons that customers come over to us is because we understand, we want to learn about their business. So then we have that opportunity to go in there and learn more about it and develop a program specifically to meet their needs. It's not just always based off of price. It's doing an assessment of their overall process.
The service that we provide to our customers is that we're there, we're available, we're people. Being flexible, being willing to customize something for the customer, willing to look at different ways to do something because we want to help them. We want to find ways for them to be better at doing their jobs so that they can be a hero at their organization.
Those solutions could be data, be analytics, delivery. I do bicycle delivery in one of my cities because that's what my customer needed as a green solution.
The customers look at us as more of a trusted business advisor. So when we're earning their business day after day, that customer knows they can come to Office Depot. And whether they're looking at cleaning break room supplies, print, furniture, general office supplies, or even IT services, Office Depot has that solution for them.
We have to tailor it to every single sales situation or every single customer individually. It's not a one-size-fits-all.
And a lot of times it's finding contracting solutions that they don't even know that they have. I'll get that phone call that said, show me in the contract where it says that I can. Tell me how I can do that. And I know when they're making those phone calls to me, that they're trusting us to make that happen for them.
Also, we're looking at ways to make it more efficient to procure and to service the account. So account billing, approval workflows, all different types of scenarios is what brings value to the customer that they may not be getting today.
Our goal is to try to find an answer for them to say yes, not to say no. And I really question why won't the competition do it? And it's because it's hard. It takes more work, it costs more money, but our customers are worth that to us.
That's what we mean by you take care of business.
We'll take care of you.
Taking care of business.
Thank you, Mary Catherine. Please come back next week. Now, Chuck Wells lets us in on his taste for adventure.
Hi, I'm Chuck Wells. By now, your children and or your grandchildren are using all the available bandwidth in your house. It's time to look on the bookshelf or maybe visit your online bookseller for my recommendations. That is, if you can get online. In this episode, I will introduce you to 3 adventure stories that I think are very entertaining. In 1985, Tanya Abey was an 18-year-old living in New York City with no direction. So her father made an offer. He would pay for college, or she could use the money to buy a sailboat. One caveat on the boat, she would have to sail around the world with it. She did not want to go to college, so she chose the boat. The book, entitled Maiden Voyage, is the story of her 2.5 years sailing her 26-foot Contessa named Varuna. Her voyage would make her the first American woman and the youngest person to sail around the world. This is a story of courage and adventure as Tanya develops self-confidence and a direction in life. Lynn and Larry Pardey are the authors of a whole series of cruising adventure books. Their first book, written in 1976, was Cruising in Seraphim. Since it was published, they have written over a dozen books on cruising and boat construction. I particularly liked this book, as it is the first in their series, and it is an adventure described by Lynn in particular, and a literally how-to for cruising. Check it out. Then A.J. McKinnon, a public school teacher in a small town near the Welsh-English border, discovered a mirrored dinghy at his local sailing club. This 11-foot derelict was to become his transportation to an adventure from his small town on the Welsh-English border to the Black Sea. The book, entitled The Unlikely Voyage of Jack de Crow, is a delightful tale. It is a humorous and beautifully written account of his travels through English rivers and canals and later on the European continent. I thoroughly enjoyed this book, and I think you will too.
Totally fascinating choices, Chuck. Thank you. And finally, Gary Chaney will bring us up to date on Catfish and Company.
Well, you know, I happened to run across Catfish last week and asked him how things are going, and he started laughing. I said, well, what's so funny? Well, Catfish has a small company distributing leather goods, and as you can imagine, they're mostly alligator skin. But he was out to lunch with two of his salesmen, and they were discussing accounts and how things are going and things like that. It all went really very well. It was almost 1 o'clock, and he said, well, we better get back to the office. So they headed out, and going through the lobby, the one salesman saw a strange-looking urn on a table over in the corner. And he went over there and picked it up. He thought, oh, this is really an interesting piece of china. I wonder if there's a genie in this. And everybody laughed. And so he rubbed it, and then he conjured the genie up, and sure enough, out popped the genie. And they were all startled. But the genie was floating in front of them, and he said, I'll grant you each one wish today. Just let me know what you'd like. And they're all stunned, and finally one salesman said, well, you know what I'd like? I'd like a big yacht and to be docked in the Caribbean in beautiful tropical weather with all the money I'd need to have a good life and have fun on my boat. And the genie said, fine, your wish is granted. And poof, he disappeared. And the other two are startled. And salesman number 2 said, well, I'll tell you what I'd like. I'd like a mansion in Hollywood, a gilded mansion with a pile of gold, more money than I could ever go through, and connections and friends with all the Hollywood movie stars. And the genie said, mine. Poof. And salesman number 2 was gone. Now there's just Catfish and the genie there. And the genie said, well, Catfish, have you decided what you'd like? And Catfish said, yeah, absolutely. I'd like those two back to work by 1:30.
That was very funny, Gary. Please share with us what you're going through during this period of self-isolation. Next week, we'll see a Move It recreational boat simulator in action and learn how to stay safe when we embark on essential outings. Until then, please visit americasboatingchannel.com and take a look at our boating safety and boater education videos. See you next week on America's Boating Channel Live.